Alright, side love cart. Alright, I want to clear up a couple things now. And I'm still trying to prove a point about gossip. This is for everybody, for you, everybody that's just, there's a social experiment going on right now. And what it is my way of figuring out how gossip damages. So I have to say certain things and then see what people say about it and see how much people go with it just based on turning it to gossip, okay? Now, but I want to clear something up, okay? With this LAPDOG shit, okay? Lapdog, okay? I ain't nobody's lapdog. I ain't no dog at all, okay? And, yeah, in my video I said I lived in LA and I worked for the police department. Well, yes, that's true. I never stated which department I worked for, okay? I never said what I did for the department, okay? So, when you watch my video about it, and I say, yes, I lived in LA, I lived in Hollywood, and I worked for the police department. Not in that order. I worked for the police department in Oakland, okay? This is the plain truth for you guys now. And I was never a police officer. See, I'm using these skills that they showed me in the job that I had working for the police department, okay? I wasn't a police officer. Now people started thinking I was a police officer, alright? The thing is no, I'm no police officer. Never was, okay? And that wasn't what I was claiming. When I said I worked for the police department, or people thought, oh, an informant or a snitch. No. I want to tell you the position I was in. I was a telemarketer, okay, for the Oakland Police Officers Association, for a company called, for TBS Productions Incorporated, okay? Look it up if you want to find out. Now, that's the information I said. Why I said, you will not find the information where you think you're going to look at it about where I worked for the police department. I was a telemarketer, okay? That's all I was. And they taught us how to be certain ways to mislead people for a cause, okay? That we were allowed to be misleading. Now I'm going to tell you about telemarketers, okay? So you guys can know the truth about telemarketers, alright? What this thing was, we were allowed to be misleading as long as the person on the other end gave the information or believed whatever information they wanted to interpret it as. But we couldn't claim to be police officers, okay? Like I'd call people asking, helping them get donations and shit like that, okay? For the Police Officers Association. But I would sell stuff on the phone for them, like Broadway tickets, you know, and shit like that. Broadway shows and stuff that was for charity. And it's supposed to go to help the youth of Oakland, you know, gangs and violence. Oh, I could pull out the whole spiel if I sat here and went back in my mind. It's been years since I did that. But the thing is you could mislead people to believe in your police officer by using certain words. They just make assumption without actually being. So when I'd call, I'd say, I'm calling on behalf of the Oakland Police Officers Association. They always assume you're an officer. Now, when we did this job, they had an officer off duty on the job that would be there to monitor and confirm stuff like this, so that way people could have some kind of confirmation that it was actually the police department running this. Okay, that it was that we're in cooperation with this. Okay, so you guys just think, you think what you want to think, and then I just add in your little details. Next thing you know, like I'm trying to show people, the devil's in the details, alright? But I am Scorpio, that is true. And by nature I am detective, and always will be, alright? And I'm smarter than I act, and I'm smarter than you may know, ever know, alright? And yes, I'm dumb. Sometimes I'm dumb. Sometimes I'm very dumb. Sometimes I'm very ignorant. Okay? In certain areas. Everybody is to a degree. But, so to clear that up, see, people take what they hear, little bits, and then they run with it and make up their own stories. Like I was a police officer. So, the thing is to show you, I have to show you examples of how extreme this can get. I have to throw out some bait for you to bite on, okay? Then you bite on this shit, and then you run with it, and you're hooked in. Then you've been reeled in, and guess what? You found out you got tricked because you just ran with whatever you wanted to believe. I only gave you a certain amount of information, and you start saying that I'm a police officer and all this stuff. Based on the way that I titled things, it's funny because you guys just go crazy on this half facts, making a full story out of half facts or stuff you just don't know about. And it's gossip, and this is for everybody. You Inky 35 Productions, Queenie Cameron, Keith Twoof, all of us, everybody. This is a funny experiment, and I will always eventually let you guys know when I've done some kind of social experiments, and I'll always be doing these social experiments. But that doesn't mean that every time when I get up here and say something that I'm just not telling you everything, or I'm not telling you, I'm not being honest with you about myself. But you're not supposed to let your left hand know what your right hand is going to do. Okay? Boxing, like boxing. All right? You don't go, you motion up here with this other hand, say, watch up here, and the other, while they're watching that hand, you give them a good sock in the jaw, okay? Because jab, whatever you want to call, uppercut is what I like doing, uppercuts, because it knocks them the fuck out. When I hit you, if you ever come to me, you better watch out for that uppercut, because I will knock your shit out. But, I've got a strong ass uppercut, and I've used it, knocked out 6'7" people and all kind of shit because I had to jump up underneath them. I'm only 5'8", okay? So barely, and no, not a midget. And but the point is, that don't matter. I'll still knock a motherfucker out. But what I'm trying to say is, yeah, I work for the police department, not as an informant, as you guys think, or special agent, as some of you guys are trying to pretend that I am, or anything like that, or as an officer. So, you guys cannot say a fraud on me and say I'm posing as a police officer, telling people that online. Okay, so stop saying that, because I never claimed I was a police officer. I said I worked for the department. Okay? That doesn't mean officer. It could mean all kind of things, alright? But I'm telling you what I did. So telemarketer, and I'll make another video about what I did there, because it's just fun and interesting to learn what kind of scams the police department does pull. Okay? You know, they say it's non-profit and all this stuff, and it's a charity. Okay, 80% of the funding went to the company, and 10% went into the actual. About 10%, if that. Less than that. I think it was like 6 to 5. It would range. Would go back to the actual charity, they said, for the youth of Oakland. Okay? So, when people want to say that I'm like a racist that just wants to stir up trouble, I present facts, because I'm going to present these facts about what the police department done there with this telemarketing scams, because of the fact that I want the black community to know that I'm not a hateful racist, whereas I'm like, okay, I'm going to exaggerate these facts just to cause trouble. I want to wake up blacks and whites and all people, okay, to truth. I don't care who you are. If you can grasp some truth, then get it. Okay, so I think I'm going to do a video on what the Oakland Police Officers Association really is all about when they call you, or any of the other ones. Now, I didn't work for the other ones, so I can't comment on much on what they're doing, but it give you a good idea if I tell you what their telemarketing side was doing and what was really going on. Okay, so that'd be on another video, but I wanted to let you guys know all these things you just flying around, see out of your mouth, is called gossip. Okay, because I only tell you one part of it, give you a little bit here, and then you guys run with that and make your own shit all up all day, and it's funny. So, yeah, you know, I worked for the police department. No, never an officer. No, not an informant and not an agent. Never undercover. None of that shit. All right? Telemarketer. Scum of the earth. Besides salesman and door-to-door. Done that too. And been scum of the earth. Tried to make money off that. It's not nice to prosper that way when you have to. But when you didn't really know better and you're younger, less enlightened and wise, then, you know, you tend to make decisions that aren't based on full understanding. You know, that back when I was a telemarketer and a salesman door-to-door, I didn't think about things that were good and bad. I just wanted to work, you know. I just wanted to work and have a job. So, but it turned out those jobs were so vile. You get to the point where you make money off of the way that you have to be. I couldn't handle that, and so I quit that. You know, I was damn good, and I got begged to come back, and always welcome back any time. But I never went back to these guys. And they say they come get me anywhere. You know, call up and I can work anywhere. But I won't do it. Anyway, I'm gonna let you go and let you know that it is at Love Clark, and that at love does mean that I come at you with love. So, you know, we're going to cover this, what the Oakland Police Officers Association really is doing, and I'm not trying to stir up trouble for the police. I'm trying to clear up the truth for all people and to show people that, look, I'm not exaggerating my truth about racial tensions to fuel it. I'm trying to open eyes so we can all realize we should not be fighting each other. Neither should we be united. We should just be like, you know, peaceful coexistence, but that's an unreality at this point. It's an unreality. And I'm going to show you a couple videos why, because we've got these KKK White Lives Matter demonstrations in California, okay? Wow, that sounds strange, huh? Anyway, let you go on that.